Anyway, yeah, so that was just my comment on some comment that nobody will ever watch. Nobody cares about this. Whatever, I'm talking to myself. I'm Oh, goodness. Oh, no, you know what? I'm talking at my sister, too. My sis is loyal. I've said it before. Let's go and get that creep cluster. Anyway, Anyway, yeah, dude's pants. He was mad at me for years. I should finish up that story. He was mad. You know, like mad. And I was like, dude, don't get hurt, man. Like I never even dropped a hint. Somebody else probably did. That's probably why he was so mad. He was like, what's that dude talking about my pants? And I was like, oh, come on. Anyway, he was mad for years, and yeah, I never progressed in the company. I kind of got shuffled to the side, but that was also because I was really snarky. I mean, he listen to me. I mean, come on, would you promote me? Here he comes. Here comes this noodle. Would you promote me up in your company? No, you wouldn't. You'd feel weird about it. Although I was in charge of taking care of some people, you know, and think about that. I was in charge of taking. They were all like, we need to get out of here. This dragon's gonna. Okay, we're gonna get killed again a bunch of times by a dragon. But entertaining for somebody. I mean, oh hey, we got the Golder Black Bow. Here, get it out. No, shoot him in the butt before he flies away. Oh, come on. Did we hit him? Did we hit him? Lydia! Oh, Lydia. Dude, are we over here where we shouldn't be? Yeah, we are. We're hiding in trees. Get out of here. Get out of here, dude. Oh, hit him in the butt. There we go. Right in the booski. Look at that. Eat it. Eat it, dragon. Yeah, I'm hitting you in the butt. I always do this. I always hide behind a tree and let Lydia fight. I mean, she's tough. I mean, Lydia's hardcore. That guy hit a mountain. We all know he did. He beat that mountain right. Hey, get out of here. Yeah, hide behind a tree. Oh, dude, you're mean. Dude, you're mean. Get out of here. Yeah, stop. Dude, let's poke him in the butt. And we gotta get out our sword. Let's get out our sword and heal. Like, we're not attacking for sure. So anyway, yeah. I was in charge of some people, and they were PO'd about it too, which is how you know. I mean, nobody was ever PO'd because I said something nasty. They were just upset that I was in charge of them. I'd always make snarky comments about something. You know, not mean, just snarky. That should be a T-shirt I wear. He's not mean, he's just snarky. Hey, stop blowing your crap. Anyway. And I'd get complaints, and the complaints were hilarious. They'd always be like, it wasn't what you said, it was the tone of your voice, dude. And I was like, oh goodness. Sometimes you gotta laugh. I get it totally. We're gonna run for that cave. Let's get in that cave, Lydia. I mean, this guy's gonna kill us about 50 times out here. It's too wide open. We're not tough enough. Let's go in. Anyway, yeah, it was always the tone in my voice. And I was like, I tried to fix the tone in my voice. I tried it for a few times to talk, talking in different, whatever. I mean, I got a silly accent anyway. It's kind of like, my dad was an American. He had all these sayings. He was from Idaho, so that's silly. I mean, you go to Idaho, you'll hear some silly talkers. I mean, not insulting anybody from Idaho, but their accents are really bad. I mean, it's kind of a mixture of like you drawl along, like you elongate the wrong parts of words. I mean, just listen to me talk. It's silly. Anyway, oh hey, look, I'm grunting at myself. Anyway, so no, I was in charge of some people, and they'd always be like, it wasn't what he said, it was the way he said it, or it was the tone of his voice, it was weird. And I'm like, well, I realize I'm weird, stop judging me, dude. I mean, so I tried to change it, and I realized I just talk funny anyway. Oh, goodness. Yeah, you're a funny talker sometimes. Yeah, you gotta deal with it. Hey, Wildcat. let's go around this corner and kill this spider. Let's get some action into this episode. Anyway, so I was a funny talker, and you know, I tried to change it. But people would get all weird about it. They'd be like, he's so whatever, man. He's just... And I was always like, yeah, I know. I would hate it too. I mean, seriously. I would hate it too if somebody were always like, hey, nice driving, man. And they said it in a really positive way. Like it was a good thing, but you knew you were doing something wrong. And that was, you know, man, it's like a weird double, like, it's a double-edged sword. You can't not be mean, but also be sarcastic. It's like, come on, man. Like, choose a side. Did we lose Lydia? Yeah, we totally did. Whatever, Lydia. Fight that dragon. Yeah, so either go sarcastic or positive. But I was positive and sarcastic. I figured that's a way to get through life. Like, you can say what you want then, but you're really peppy about it. People take it well. I mean, well, not. No, they don't. No, never mind. Don't do that. Yeah, that's bad advice, too. Hey, look at us. We just fling that spider up over his buddy. So anyway, they complained about the tone of my voice, and then I get called in the office, and they were like, you know, dude, you're saying stuff to people, and they're not liking it, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to be mean. I was trying to be complimentary. I mean, you know, like sometimes, you know, dude. Okay, seriously, dude parks, you know. Oh, jeez, I should tell the story. I won't tell his name either. Anyway, he's driving along in a forklift, and you know how heavy they are. I mean, it's not a shocker that you're in a heavy forklift. I mean, nobody's ever like, hey, look, this is my light forklift. I mean, come on, you're driving heavy machinery. Anyway, and he got himself stuck in the dirt, and I was like, hey, what you doing over in the dirt? And that's exactly how I said, hey, what you doing over in the dirt? And I wasn't mean about it. I was just wondering, you know. At that point, you're looking at a dude, and you're like, hey, whatever, man, do your thing. But, you know, at least tell me what your thing is, you know. You know, just inform me of what your thing is. I'm confused, you know. So anyway, he's all like, well, it drove it over here, and I figured the ground was solid, and I'm looking down under me like, hey, that's definitely dirt. that's definitely dirt. It's not gravel. I mean, but I wasn't like rude about it. I still wasn't rude. You know, I gotta give myself props for never being rude about stuff like that. I was like, no, it looks like dirt to me. You know, and everybody else on the planet, but you know, whatever. You know, maybe he's dirt blind. I never thought of that. You know, maybe that's a thing people can be. You know, they're dirt blind. You know, they see dirt, but they see something else. I won't judge him. Whatever. Anyway, he was funny. Anyway, he was like, I don't know how to get it out. And I was like, well, not the way you're doing it now. Burn. Anyway, oh boy. Anyway, I was like, well, I'll help you get it out of there. I'll get a bobcat and we'll pull your little butt out of there. Anyway, so we better not die while I'm in the middle of a story. I need to pay more attention. Okay, let's heal ourselves. Anyway, so so I pulled him out, and I was all like, you know, dude, that was some good driving, and he was mad. I was like, come on, man, like, don't get mad at me. I mean, I get it, you didn't want to hear it, but, you know, I wasn't being mean, honestly. You know, go on, whatever, I'll cross my fingers. I wasn't being mean. I was just, you know, making my snarky comments. And he was all butthurt about it. He was like, hey, dude's making fun of me. And I was like, no, I wasn't. I didn't even tell any... You're the first people who know this. I didn't even tell anybody else. I think I told Donna once. I mean, we were snickering along, but yeah, whatever. You know, now the story's out. You don't know his name, though. You'll never know who he is. Anyway, he was driving around doing his thing. And so we pulled it out. Nice driving, man. And I said it like that. Like positive. You know, like, nice driving. Like, seriously, you gotta comment people when they do something interesting. I mean, come on. You know, my day was kind of boring as it was. I was going around checking on people, and most of them are doing what they're supposed to do, and then one dude's out there just trucking in a forklift on dirt. I mean, that's a good thing. That keeps your day interesting. I got paid to look after him. I mean, that's looking after dudes. Anyway, where the hell did that guy shoot from? Anyway, so, he gets all butthurt, and I was like, come on, man, don't be butthurt. But, yeah, they do, so you can be unintentionally, too. Whatever. Just take what I say with a grain of salt. Like, if you're watching this, if you're the one dude who ever watches this, just understand. Nobody wants somebody to be positive and snarky. I never chose a side as a child. I was like, this is a good thing. This is a good thing. Hey, you know what? I remember that we don't have to quick save. We're going through a door. We just killed spiders and told a story. Look at us. Anyway, yeah, so he was a kindly dude, but I'd run into that from time to time at my job, and I'd be all snarky. And then I get, whoa, hey, look at that guy. And then I get called into the office, and they'd be like, it's not what you said, it's your tone of voice. And I get it. So I changed my tone, but my tone never really changed. I mean, listen to me, come on. Talking about zippers and stuff. And plus the fact that I'm a Canadian drawling man. I mean, seriously, I have a southern drawl and a Canadian accent. How silly is that? I mean, I'm a silly human. Somebody could point it out and I wouldn't care. Whatever. I never take it personally. People, people try to insult me and they're always upset that I don't take it personally. Like, why aren't you taking this personally? I'm like, I don't really care. You can say what you want. You can call me. Just don't call me late for dinner. People would be like, in school, there was this weird girl, right? She was always like, you're fat. I didn't know fat people could draw. And I was like, that's an interesting thing to say. I didn't know whether to be insulted or interested. I mean, come on. Of course fat people can do stuff. Fat people have lives too. I was more interested in her mental health. Like, was it an insult or was she just not, did she just think the world was full of skinny people who could do stuff? Imagine that. The only way you get anything done is if you're skinny. I mean, come on. You'd have everybody exercising all the time. You'd be like, hey, I can't do anything. I'm a fat person. That's the way it goes. Gotta get skinny and then I can go to work. You'd be up there. I can't remember her name. I totally say her name on stream, then she'd sue me. Anyway, so she's like, hey, fat people can draw. And I was like, fat people totally can draw. And I was like, super excited about it. I was like, you noticed me, girl. And she was like, she hugged me. She was so confused. She hugged me. She was like, I don't know what to do. I gotta get away from this person. It was a defensive hug. She was like, oh God, he's luring me in. He's luring me in with fat and positivity. So anyway, she hugged me and ran. And you see people running away from you. It's always nice to see pretty girls run. It's a good thing. You ever see a pretty girl run away from you? You know you got it going on when you see pretty girls run away from you. They're like chugging away, and you're like, it's a morale booster. Anybody who's out there, fat people who are watching it, even skinny dudes who are watching it, just be positive. Positive and be snarky. Like, positive snarkiness gets the chicks every time. I mean, they do run after that, but they give you a hug. I mean, they press their boobs against you for a second. Oh, sorry, I said boobs. Yeah, whatever. Whoever's watching this, I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't think boobs is a dirty word. I mean, Okay, they press their breasts against you. You get breast disease. Anyway, so anyway, she did that, and that was a comment I got, and I always snickered along about that one too. I'd sit at parties and be snickering along, and people would be like, "Why are you laughing?" And I'd be like, "Ah, nothing." You can't really explain it too well. Years ago, this chick hugged me because she couldn't take the positivity. They wouldn't think that was funny. You got to keep kind of things to yourself. Anyway, so she was there. I mean, there's a story for you. So anyway, fat dudes, just be positive. Just be positive, a little bit snarky. But be positive. We're gonna kill this spider on our own. Look at this. We are killing stuff on our own. We're lax today. We're taking it easy. We didn't turn down the difficulty either. I didn't turn down the difficulty, okay? I mean, people are gonna believe I did, but I didn't. I just added Wildcat. I mean, that was the thing I added. You get figures here. There's like a little arrow. Oh, it's in an egg thing. What did she do? Swallow the sword and poop it out? Anyway, whatever. So anyway, yeah, got a hug. Yeah, it's a thing. We gotta go out and face that dragon again. It's gonna try and burn our butt with fire. It was a frost dragon. Never mind. Oh no, I got rid of our waning frost boots. Whoops. Anyway, we're going this way. Let's check this, dude. Anyway, that's my story, and it has nothing to do with what I was talking about, but nothing I ever say has anything to do with what I was talking about again. You know what happens is I used to go and party, right? And I wasn't a mean drunk. I mean, imagine me as a mean drunk. That's a weird thought. I was kind of a friendly, kind of jovial drunk. I was the jovial drunk. Anyway, I get out there and I tell stories. People would sit around and giggle, and I tell stories like that. I get out there. I'm not drunk now. I'm sober. Imagine that thought. Hey, Philip DeFranco, I'm totally sober. Bird. Anyway, this is me sober. I mean, imagine me with a few drinks in. I mean, it's amazing. People like stare in awe. I mean, there's video of me doing weird stuff on the internet. I mean, you can look it up. I don't care. It's out there. They say you can't take it away from the internet. Why would you want to? I mean, come on, do you all the time. You'll never want it taken down. Well, maybe you will. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not embarrassed about that kind of stuff. No. Anyway, and so they'd sit around and listen to me yak for a while, and everybody giggle along. I was married at the time. I'd go into these parties married and be like giggling along and telling stories, and my wife was PO'd, man. She'd get all butthurt. She'd be like, "What are you doing? You're loud and whatever." And I'd be like, "Yeah, I am. Totally. I agree with you." Oh, here we are back at the cave. I agreed with her. There's never a point in saying you're not loud when you are. I mean, you are. I mean, you can't help yourself. You're just a loud talker. That's the way it goes. Don't be embarrassed about your loud talking, kids. Just say stuff. Anyway, so, I don't know whether I'm talking to kids. Maybe I'm talking to adults. Who knows? Whatever.